Alright, welcome back to another game of On-Base Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of On-Base. In this game, we're going to play Game 2 of the 2023 AL Wildcard Series 1, which is Texas at Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay won Game 1 in extra innings with a walk-off single from... I can't remember who it was. Who was it? Walk-off single from Camarino, who came in to play short. So he came in extra innings to play short. The Josh Lowe will be getting the start in right field, but he came off the bench and had a game-tying single in the bottom of the ninth inning, and that extended the game into extras. And Tampa Bay took care of business in Game 1. Let's see what happens in Game 2. Let's go over the starting lineups for the Rangers. It's going to be Semien at second base, leading off. Seager is hitting second. He's playing short. Robbie Grossman gets the start at DH. He is a switch-hitting outfielder, hitting third. Garcia is in right field, Adolis Garcia. One of the Lows, Nathaniel Lowe, is at first base. He's hitting fifth. Jonah Heim is a switch-hitting catcher, hitting sixth. Leody Taveras is in center field. He'll be batting seventh. Young is at third base. He's hitting eighth. And the ninth place hitter is Evan Carter, the left fielder, left-handed batter. For the Devil Rays, it's going to be Yandy Diaz at first base. Arozarena hitting second. In left, Harold Ramirez is the DH. He's hitting third. Josh Lowe gets the start in this one in right field. He's a left-handed batter. Paredes is at third base. He's hitting fifth. Manuel Margot is the center fielder. He's batting sixth. Meade is at second base. He's hitting in the seventh hole. Taylor Walls is the switch-hitting shortstop. He's hitting in the eighth hole. And then Rene Pinto gets the start at catcher for the Rays. Going for Texas is going to be Nathan Eovaldi, right-handed pitcher. 23 is his stamina. 418 is his Sierra, so he's going to be in column number 2. And going for the hometown Rays, it's going to be, is it Zach Eflin? I think it is, right? I don't want to call him out of his name, but... I just had the Rays up. Yes, it's Zach Eflin going for the Tampa Bay Rays. 23 is his stamina. 330 is his Sierra, so he'll be pitching out of column 1. And let's get this one started. Game number 2 in the 2023 AL Wildcard Series 1. Tampa Bay up 1-0. Let's see if Texas can even the score. Semien, Seager, and Grossman up for Texas in the first. 23 is going to be a ground out with an error check, so it's going to go to the shortstop. The shortstop is Walls, and Walls is going to make the play. Makes a nice sliding grab, whirls, and throws to first. And just like that, a spectacular play at second, or at short. Corey Seager to the plate. A 15 to Seager is going to be a ground out. That is a little more traditional. And that goes to second base to first for out number 2. Seager's down in the first. Brings up Robbie Grossman. Grossman's also going to ground out. This time it's a sharp grounder to first. Let's see if the first baseman can make the play. Oh, that's going to be an error on Yandy Diaz. And an error in the first inning on the first baseman. We got a runner at first with Adolis Garcia. He's in 18 batting runs. 26 is going to be a strikeout from Zach Eflin. And that's a strikeout swing for Garcia, and that will end the inning. So Texas gets one on with the error, but it doesn't hurt the Rays as Eflin strikes out Garcia to end the inning. For the Rays, it's going to be Diaz, Arozarena, and Ramirez in the first inning. This will be a ground out. That's going to go to the second baseman. No play there, or no problem there for Semien. And so he throws it to Lowe at first for out number 1. One down, and a Randy Arozarena to to the box, and he is going to strike out. That's of the looking variety. That's out number 2. Rosarena is down, and Ramirez is up. He stands in right-handed batter, and he is also going to strike out, this time swinging. So nice first inning for Nathan Eovaldi. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays in the first. We have no scores. We head to the top of the second inning. It'll be Lowe, Heim, and Taveras for the Rangers. 16 is going to be a fly out. That's down the right field line. Hustling over to the line is the right fielder Lowe, and he's going to make the catch for out number 1. Brings up Jonah Heim, switch hitting catcher. He's batting left-handed. In this one, that looks like an L, not a C. Sure, he's a catcher. We got an 11. 11 is going to be a strikeout. And he swings through it and can't come up with it. That's going to be out number 2. Second K of the day for Zach Eflin. Brings up Taveras. Leody Taveras, center fielder. He's switch hitter, so he's batting left-handed as well. A 45 to Taveras is going to be a fly out. That's going to go down the left field line as he punches it the other way. And hustling over to the line is going to be a Rosarena as he makes a catch on the run. And that's a 1, 2, 3 inning for Zach Eflin. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's still tied at 0. And it'll be Lowe, Paredes, and Margot for the Rays. Could be something really good here for Lowe, a 34 to a 19 batting runs. That's going to be a home run chance. However, the D9, if it's an 8 or a 9, that's a strikeout. So we're going to get a strikeout there. We'll just call that a mighty swing and a whiff. Oh, Texas dodged a bullet there. Oh, we get another 34, though. That's another good roll. This time for Paredes, same thing. 34 to a 25, that's a home run. This time, it's not an 8 or a 9, so that's going to be a blast, a mighty blast, out to left center field. And Paredes puts the Rays on the board first with a solo home run in the second. Did he have a home run in the last game? He did. He had a solo bomb in the last game, so that's his second home run of the series. And Tampa Bay takes a 1-0 lead. Up is Margot. Margot, right-handed batter. He's a -3 batting runs. He's going to ground out. Little tapper right out in front of the plate. Heim jumps all over it. Gets it over to first in time for the out, and that's going to be out number 2. And that brings up Mead. Mead, the second baseman. He is... remember, Eovaldi's coming out of this one. So 26 to a -1 is going to be a ground out. That goes to the shortstop. No problem there for Seager as he wings it over to Lowe. But Tampa Bay dents the scoreboard first. It's 1-0 Rays as we go to the top of the third. Bottom of the order for Texas, Young, Carter, and then back to the top with Simeon. 13 is going to be another ground out. This one to the shortstop. No problem there at short for Walls as he gets to first in time. Beats the runner by a couple steps. That's going to be out number 1. Evan Carter had a nice game in his first game. Doubled, I think, in his first at-bat. And here he is going to ground out as well. That goes to the first baseman, so he gets around on it. Hits it hard, but the first baseman is... who's playing first? Diaz. He's going to flip to Eflin covering. And that will be out number 2. So 2 down, back to the top of the order with Marcus Simeon. He grounded out to short in his first at-bat. 35 is going to be a strikeout. And that will be a strikeout looking. So Simeon goes down. That's another 1, 2, 3 inning for Zach Eflin. Eflin pitching out of the highest column that you can pitch from. Column number 1. Reserved for the best of the best players, especially in today's game. I was doing an older season from the 90s yesterday, and there's quite a few more players, 350, well, it's FIP back then, but 350 FIP and lower. Not as many players like that in the modern game. In fact, most of the players are going to be in this third column. All right, so it'll be Walls, Pinto, and Diaz for the Rays. The Rays go up, they're up 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Eovaldi to Walls. Walls a switch hitter, hitting left-handed. 14 is going to be a hit by pitch or a walk. It's a 1, so he's actually plunked by Eovaldi. And he's going to take first base. We're going to go ahead and steal. Walls is an 8, so 1 to 8, he's going to be safe on the steal. 10 doesn't count. All right, and he's in there easily with the steal at second base, and the Rays have something cooking here in the third. Runner at second base, nobody out, and Pinto is the batter. Right-handed batter, catcher for the Rays, and a 44 is going to be a single. So base hit up the middle, and let's see if we can score that runner coming around third. 1 to 8, he'll be safe at home. Again, can't do anything with the 10, and he is going to be in there. So Walls gets a good jump from second, and he is in there for the second run of the game for the Rays. Rays take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. We're back to the top of the order with Yandy Diaz, and there are nobody out. There are no outs, and there's a runner at first. 14 is going to be a long single to right field. So what this does is, if he's a 6, then that's a hustle double. It's not a 6. And what a long single does is it gives the runners on base an extra base. So regardless of the number of outs, they get an extra base. So that'll bring up a Rosarena, nobody out, and runners at the corners. 36 against a Rosarena is going to be a fly ball. That's down or straightaway left field, and that'll be out number 1. Runner at third base is just a 1. He's not going to tag up. Chance to get a double play to get out of this one. Let's see if that happens. 14 is not going to be a double play. 14 to a 15 is going to be a base hit instead, and that's a knock right up the middle as it bounces through the infield past the pitcher, and that'll drive in 1. And heading to second base, station to station really, is Yandy Diaz, not a fast runner. And that'll bring up Josh Lowe. Josh Lowe struck out in his first at bat. He almost had a home run, but wound up striking out. There is 1 out. A 46 is going to be a double play. That's tailor-made to the second baseman. We're going to go 4-6-3 on that double play. So the out is made at second base here and at first there. And just like that, the inning is over. But Tampa Bay does put up 2 runs. 3-0 is our score as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Corey Seager, Robbie Grossman, and Adolis Garcia are up. Rangers looking to put some offense up against Zach Eflin. An 11 is not going to be a good start as Zach Eflin blows away Corey Seager, and that's out number 1. Strikeout number 4 for Eflin. Robbie Grossman to the plate. This is a ground out right back to the pitcher. Pitcher jogs over, underhands it to first, and that'll be out number 2. 2 down now for Adolis Garcia. Garcia stands in. He struck out in his first at bat, and that is going to be his fate here as the curveball gets him. That is a 3-3 down inning for Zach Eflin. Going to be a tough night maybe for the Rangers, who have their backs against the wall. They're down 1-0 in this series, and it is a 3-0 lead that Tampa carries into the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Paredes, Margot, and Meade to the plate. 45 is going to be a base knock. That's just past the shortstop. Line drive single into center field. And Paredes is on at first. He's 2 for 2 with a bomb and a single. 34 could be trouble. This is Manuel Margot. Margot, that's going to be a 2-bagger as he rips one into the left center field gap. Paredes is slow as molasses, as they say where I grew up. So he's going to stop at third base. It's going to be a double into the gap, and runners at second and third with nobody out, and Meade stands in. A 35 is going to be a strikeout, so that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Nathan Eovaldi. That's out number 1. Texas is going to play the infield in here for Walls. So anything hit to an infielder is they're going to look back at third, hold the runner, and make the play at first. No double play opportunity out there right now. 13, that's going to be a ground out. That's exactly what we said. So ground out to third base, checks the runner, makes sure he's not going. wings it over to first, and that's out number 2. The infield is going to play back now. Brings up Rene Pinto. Pinto with an RBI single in his first at bat. He's going to do more than that here. Oh, yeah, coming out of this one. So a 33-0 is going to be a home run, and Rene Pinto gets a hold of one, goes to the opposite field. He scrapes it over the top of the wall, and that's going to be a 3-run shot for the Devil Rays, who are laying the wood to the Rangers in this one. They see the prize and they're going for it. So 3-run score. It's now 6-0 Tampa Bay, and they are going back to the top of the order with Diaz. See if we can gut Eovaldi through this one. He pitched quite a bit better than that in the playoffs. Although his 418 Sierra is not amazing, it's good. But pitched way better than that in the playoffs. A 12 to Yandy Diaz is going to be a ground out. That's right back to the pitcher. Nice peg to first. And that's going to be it for the inning. But the Devil Rays do score 3. It's now 6-0 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Eflin is cruising. Eovaldi is in trouble. And we'll bring in a new pitcher in the next inning. Thankfully, he was able to get through that. We might leave him in. We'll see. I don't like to bring him out too early. So, Nathaniel Lowe is up first, then Jonah Heim, then Leody Taveras. Lowe is a left-handed batter, batting against Eflin. A 36 for Lowe is going to be a fly ball. That's a lazy fly ball out to left field. Rosarena is camped under it, and he makes the play for out number 1. Brings up Jonah Heim, switch hitting catcher. Heim had so the occasional hit during the playoffs. Let's see what he does here. I remember a couple of, maybe one big home run he had. This could be a home run here, but it's not going to be. So that's going to be a single. That's to right field as he bounces it through between first and second, and he's on at first base. He's a 3-speed, no threat to steal or anything. 35 to Taveras. Taveras flew out in his first at bat. 35 is going to get him a strikeout, and that's going to be a strikeout swinging. 2 down now for Zach Eflin. He's got a runner at first base, and Josh Young at the plate. Young, a couple of big hits in game 1, but grounded out in his first at bat here. 45 is going to be a fly ball. That's out to Rosarena again. He takes a couple steps back, and no problem out in left. So the Rangers strand 1, and they have yet to score in this one. They're down 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Let's leave Eovaldi out there. Let's see if we can get through this inning. 56 to Rosarena is going to be another hit by pitch. So he's plunked a couple of Devil Rays, and Rosarena on at first base with Ramirez at the plate. 36 to Ramirez is going to be a fly ball that goes out to left center field. Ranging over is the center fielder, Taveras. That'll be out number 1 anyway, so he makes the play. Leody. It'll be Josh Lowe, one of the many Lowe brothers. I guess they're related, I don't know. One of the Lowe brothers is in. They all seem to play for the Devil Rays at some point. Maybe they got a family discount for having all the Lows. I'm not sure. But he's up. He hit into a ground ball double play his first at bat. He also struck out. A 26 is going to be a miss here, and a 26 for a 19 is going to be a single with an error check. So that's a base knock up the middle. And let's check the error. No error on the play. So that's a base hit up to center field. Going to second base is a Rosarena. Maybe if it went to right field, we'd try it. But runners at first and second, and 1 out for Paredes. Paredes with a hard hit ball, 25, 55. Okay, so that's going to be a line out, and that line drive goes to the third baseman. That'll be out number 2. All the runners are back safely. And that brings up Manuel Margot. Margot with a double and a run scored in his last at bat. No such luck here, as he is going to strike out. And that strikeout ends the inning. The Rays strand 2. Nice job of Eovaldi getting out of that one. So he guts through 5 innings. We'll bring in a replacement in the next inning. For Texas, it'll be Carter, Semien, and Seager. They're down 6-0, looking to get the offense jump-started here. Haven't been able to do much against Zach Eflin as he strikes out yet another batter, and Carter goes down for the second time in this game. There's 1 out now. Semien, one of those strikeout victims, but here looks like he's going to get a pretty good tag on the ball. 34 is going to be a home run. If this is not an 8 or 9, it's not. And so he drills one to deep left center field. That's a hanger. You hang them, we bang them. And Marcus Semien puts the Rangers on the board with a big fly to left field. 6-1 now our score. And Corey Seager to the plate. Seager is a 44. That's going to be a ground ball. Hit hard, but right to the second baseman. And the second baseman is Meade. He gets it over to first. That's actually going to be out number 2. So 2 down in the inning. 1 in for the Rangers. And Robbie Grossman to the plate. Grossman is going to strike out. That of the looking variety. And the Rangers do get 1. But that's it off of Zach Eflin. Eflin could go 23. He's at 18, 19, 20, 21. So another inning where he can go out at full strength. We need to go ahead and get a new pitcher for the Rangers, though. Let me do that. Okay, a new pitcher for the Rangers is going to be Grant Anderson. Anderson, right-handed pitcher, can go 6 batters. 4-4-3 is a Sierra, so he will be in this column. And maybe we'll be able to get a little length out of him. He is going to be coming in here, and he'll face the bottom of the order. It's going to be Meade, Walls, and Pinto. Let me figure up Eovaldi's start here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. So 5 innings. 8 hits, 6 runs. Didn't have any walks, but he did strike out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters. So borderline decent start, but he did give up the big 3-run homer to Rene Pinto. Pinto 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs from the 9-hole. So not exactly what you're looking for when you put the lineup together, but manager will certainly take it any day of the week. All right, it will be Meade, Walls, and Pinto against the right-hander Anderson. Anderson comes in, and first player, he walks. That's never a good sign. And so that's walk number 1 on the game for the Rays. They have a runner at first and nobody out. 26 will be a ground ball. That goes to third base. They're going to go ahead and take the fielder's choice at second. So we're going to go 5-4 on that fielder's choice. So Walls now at first base and Meade at second. 36. I don't know, I think that was a 5 or something. So this is Rene Pinto. A 36 is going to be a fly ball. We're going to call that fly ball out to center field. That will be out number 2. No advance from the runner. And brings up Yandy Diaz. Diaz 1 for 3. He had a single back in the 3rd inning. A 66 could be another chance here for him. 66 is going to be a long single. Oh, actually just a single. So a base knock up the middle, line drive, and going to third base is going to be Walls from first. So runners at the corners now with 2 outs. 26 to Arozarena is going to be a single with an error check. That single goes up the middle, and you can see the 2 flipped over. That was almost a chance because it wouldn't have been an error anyway, but that's a base knock up the middle. Going to third base is going to be Diaz on the single. So, and then coming home will be Walls. With the 7th run of the game for the Tampa Bay Rays, the Rays looking to put their foot on the throat of the Rangers in this one. Ramirez, 14. 14 is going to be a double, and this one just keeps getting worse. So this is with 2 outs, everybody's going to score. So runner from first scores, runner from third scores, and that's a 2 RBI double. Make that 9-1 now, Rays, and bring up Josh Lowe. Lowe, 26. 26 is going to be yet another single. This one again up the middle. Another error check, and this time no error. And I don't know. I think we can just get this guy out of the game. Let me get a new pitcher. All right, a new pitcher for the Rangers is going to be Burke. Brock Burke, left-handed pitcher. He can go 5 batters, 376 Sierra, so he'll be pitching at least out of a better column. Rough outing there for Anderson. Grant Anderson getting his first action, 2/3 of an inning. He faced 3, 6, 7 batters. He got 2 outs, 4 hits, and yet to be determined how many runs he's given up. He's already given up 3. He's responsible for these 2 on base. And let's see if his boy Burke can help him out. Burke facing off against Paredes. 36 is going to be a fly ball that goes down the left field line. And in to get it is Carter. So that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So that closes the book on Anderson. He gives up 3 runs, but wow, that's a pretty disastrous 6th inning there. So 9-1 is our score as Tampa takes firm control of this one. Zach Eflin's still out on the mound. 18, 19, 20, 21. He can go 23, so he'll be up there for at least the 7th and maybe the 8th. He might even complete the game. If he completes the game, he'd be in this column here. 35 to Garcia. 35 to Garcia is going to be a strikeout, as Garcia with the hat trick, 3 punchies, brings up Nathaniel Lowe. There's a back-to-back strikeout there. Lowe swings through a fastball, can't get it, and Eflin is cruising in this one. That brings up Jonah Heim. Jonah Heim at least is going to break the spell here for a moment. So a 66 is going to be a long single. Heim, with only a speed of 3, is going to stop at first base. He's now 2 for 3. If they could just get somebody on in front of him, they'll probably have a few runs. And as it is, Tavares stands in. He struck out in his last at-bat, and he's also going to strike out in this one, as he also swings through the breaking ball. And that's going to be out number 3. So the Rangers get one on with 2 outs, but they strand him at first base. They are down 9-1 to the Rays. And we'll leave Brock Burke in. He only faced 1. He can go 5, so we'll try to get him through this. He's facing off against Margot, Meade, and Walls. Margot with a double, and then came home on the Pinto home run. He's going to ground out here to the 3rd baseman, Young. Young with a nice play at 3rd. Wings it over to first and gets the first out. Brings up Meade. Is his name Chris Meade? I think it's Chris Meade. Playing second base in this one. He's a -1. He walked in his last at-bat. Here, he's going to hit a long single. That single is going to keep him at first base. Only a 4 speed, so not a super fast runner. About average. Taylor Walls now to the plate. 35 to a -7 is going to be a strikeout. So Burke gets the strikeout, and that's out number 2. 2 down in the inning. Runner at first base for Rene Pinto. Pinto again, another hit. This is getting ridiculous. So Pinto with a long single, and that has the same effect as anything else with 2 outs, because his speed is just not very good. So they're going to have runners at first and third for Yandy Diaz, who has 2 for 4 in the game. 25, they're going to fly out here, and that's a fly ball to right field. We got to do an error check. The right fielder is Garcia, and he'll make the play. On the run, nice moving catch, and that will be the third out of the inning. So Tampa Bay gets 2 on, but they can't bring them home. And we head to the top of the 8th inning. It's Zach Eflin and the Devil Rays cruising in this one, 9-1. This is an elimination game. If they win this game, then they will go on to the NLDS or ALDS. And I believe they will face the... who will they face? The Orioles? I believe they're facing the Orioles. So, all right, Zach Eflin, 23, so he's definitely past that stamina. So he's in column number 2 now. He's far enough ahead. We could think about doing letting him in there for a complete game. This is a ground ball. This is going to go to shortstop. The shortstop is Walls, and he'll get Young by a couple steps at first. 1 out. Rangers running out of outs here. They're down by 8. And really got to start putting together some good at-bats here. This is Evan Carter. Carter struck out in his last at-bat. 44 is going to be a base hit. So that one is a shot to the right side. Hot shot between first and second. Goes out into right field, and he's on at first base. Might as well go ahead and steal with him. I don't think anybody's going to hold him. He's in there for a stolen base. And that brings up Simeon, who homered in his last at-bat. This time he is going to ground out to the shortstop. So because it's in front of the runner, he's going to stay. So you look him back to second base. That'll be out number 2. And runner still at second base, but in scoring position for Corey Seager. So a base hit scores a run. Eflin, because he is in column 2 now, is going to walk this batter. So Seager on with a walk. Only the first walk issued by Zach Eflin. Brings up Robbie Grossman. Grossman 0 for 3. But maybe he gets a hold of something here. He's a 1, so 34 is nothing, and that will be a double. So a double down the right field line as he takes a fastball on the outside part of the plate. And with 2 outs, that's going to score the runner. It's actually going to score 2 runs. So 2 RBI double. And rather than marring the rest of this outing, we're going to take Eflin out. So let's bring in a new Devil Rays pitcher. All right, so the new pitcher is going to be Stevenson. Robert Stevenson. Right-handed pitcher. He can go 3 batters. 178 Sierra. So he'll be pitching out of this first column. That closes the game, although he's responsible for this runner here. So Grossman at second, but 7 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, and 11 Ks for Zach Eflin. High quality start there for the Devil Rays. The Rays are up 9-3, and Stevenson coming in to put out a bit of a fire here in the 8th inning. 66. That's not going to get it done. So a 66 is going to be a long single. For Garcia, that means just staying at first base. It takes a big turn, but he's going to get the RBI there as he drives in. Grossman, that's going to be 4 runs. So that actually closes the book officially on Eflin, and that brings up Nathaniel Lowe. 9-4 is our score. The Rangers looking to make a comeback here. 35 to a 13. That'll be a strikeout as Stevenson gets him looking, and that's out number 3. So 3 runs come in the 8th for the Rangers, and we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is all Devil Rays in this one. 9-4. We're going to get a new pitcher for the Rangers. Okay, new pitcher for the Rangers is going to be the left-hander Will Smith, former Brave. He will be replacing Brock Burke. Burke came in, pitched an inning and a third. He gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 K. So nice relief outing for him, cleaning up the mess that Anderson left him in the 7th inning. I'm sorry, in the 6th. So we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tampa Bay is up 9-4, and they'll be sending the heart of the order up: Arozarena, Ramirez, and Lowe against the lefty Will Smith. Arozarena is a 20. Will Smith pitching out of column number 2, by the way. This is going to be a walk. So Will Smith special with a walk. Brings up Ramirez. Ramirez with a 35. And going to get the strikeout. So gets him with that down and in slider. So a good one thrown by Will Smith. Right off the shoe tops. And Ramirez strikes out. Ramirez now 2 for 5. 15 to Lowe. 15 is going to be a ground out, and that goes to the shortstop. So we're going to go 6-4 as they get the fielder's choice, but they can't turn 2. And the speedy Lowe beats it out at first. It'll bring Paredes to the plate. He's 2 for 4. He's got a homer and a single. 35, though, is going to be a strikeout. So Will Smith gets him looking. Fastball in the outside corner. And Paredes didn't like it, but that's the end of the inning. So the Rays get one on. They strand one at first base. And we head to the top of the 9th inning. It is going to be closeout time for the Rays. And let's go ahead and bring in a new pitcher for Tampa. All right, new pitcher for Tampa Bay is going to be Colin, I think you say it Poach, or Poach, I would say. Poche, maybe. He's a lefty. He can go 4 batters. 406 is his Sierra, so he'll be coming out of this second column. He'll be replacing Stevenson. Stevenson gets out of the jam in the 8th inning, gives up 1 hit and tacked on another run for Texas. That run was charged to Zach Eflin. Eflin with 4 runs over his 7 2/3 innings. No runs, no walks, and a strikeout for Stevenson. So Poach comes in, and he will try to close this one out. 9-4 is our score. He'll be facing Jonah Heim, who is 2 for 3 in this one. He's got a couple of singles. 26 is going to be a ground out as they get him to ground out to second base. Heim batting right-handed against the lefty. Ouch. Brings up Leody Taveras. Taveras is 0 for 3. A 45 is going to make him 0 for 4. And that will be a fly ball. Down the right field line, hustling over to the line, is going to be the right fielder, Lowe, and he'll make a nice running catch as he runs himself into foul territory, but catches it in fair territory. Brings up Josh Young. Last hope for the Rangers. 2 down, 9th inning. Rangers down 9-4. Josh Young to the plate. He's 0 for the day. 15 is going to be a single, and he says, never give up. So base knock up the middle for Josh Young. Evan Carter comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. 35 is going to end the ball game, I believe, and that's going to be a strikeout. And how fitting that a strikeout ends this one, as Eflin, this will be the 13th strikeout of the game for the Rangers. And that is it. The Rangers are defeated 2-0. In this game, they are beaten 9-4. And the Devil Rays flex their muscle in this one, especially there was a knockout punch early against Eovaldi, who gave up 6 runs in 5 innings. And this one was over very quickly, so 6-0 after 4. Let's count up everything here. So Smith, he goes 1, gives up no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Poach goes 1. Gives up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no or 1 K. So your winning pitcher is going to be Zach Eflin. No save in this one, so everybody just holding on. Eovaldi is going to take the loss, and nothing else here. For the Texas Rangers, it was 4 runs on 7 hits. And did they commit any errors? They had a couple of hit by pitch. I don't remember any errors, so no errors for the Rangers. And for the Tampa Bay Rays, it's 14 hits, so 9 runs on 14 hits. And they, I believe, did have an error somewhere. Yeah, E3. So they have 1 error. All right. And Tampa Bay wins this one 2-0. So they will go on to face the Baltimore Orioles, I believe, in the next series. The Astros, I don't think they were facing... No, they'll face the Astros, right? Because the Astros played the Rangers. So it's going to be Tampa Bay and Houston, starting in Houston for the ALDS. And the next series up is going to be Wild Card Series number 2. Trying to remember who was in that wild card. Minnesota. And who did Minnesota play? They were beaten by somebody. Who was it? Sorry, I'm just trying to think back to, because I watched a little bit of that series. Is somebody from the AL West? No. The East. You know, I can't remember. I have to look it up. But Minnesota, they're hosting whoever it is. I can't remember at the moment. But they'll be playing. Oh, is it Cleveland? No, not Cleveland. I can't remember. But we'll pull them up and we'll get that series going. It'll be a best of 3 as well. And this one is over. Tampa Bay wins the series 2-0. This is a 9-4 winner as Zach Eflin with a very nice start. Maybe we should give it to Renee Pinto. Pinto, 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. He had 2 singles and a 3-run homer. And that 3-run homer was here. That's really the knockout blow for Tampa Bay. So hope you enjoyed this. If you want to purchase this season, you can get it at clarkandaddisongaming.com. clarkandaddisongaming.com. That's where you can find all of my games. I've got several baseball games and some football games. Got a couple basketball games. Lots of stuff is always in the hopper. I'm always working on things. You know, I don't know. Here's a dice football game that I'm working on. What else is over here? That's really it. These are the cards for that. So you can see the cards here. So that's a dice football game. I'll be releasing that pretty soon so that you can go out and test drive the 2022 football season, NFL season. Just let me know what you think about it, and if there are some improvements that could be made. Some testers have already provided some improvements, so looking at how I can do that in an effective way. And I want to make it a good game that plays quickly, but plays the inspiration really was on base in some ways. So you know, trying to have a dice-based football game that plays as quickly or as well as on-base baseball does. There just aren't very many games like that they make these days. Most of them you're either super detailed or roll some dice and, you know, either drive by drive or quarter by quarter or whatever, or just pick a winner. So drive by drive seems to be popular with a lot of people, but this game would be play by play with dice. but the plays come a little bit more quickly and easily than just rolling every matchup or choosing every defense or whatever. It would be a little bit more abstract than that. So we'll see how that one comes about. I'll release that out on. I'll put that out on Facebook just so that people know, hey, it's available. If you join the Clark and Addison Gaming Company Facebook group, you can download it today. So it's already been out for a couple weeks there that you can download the files and play it. I'll put the link to the Facebook group in the description so you can go there. It's a private group, answer a couple questions. I'll let you in, and then you can get sort of insider information like that. You'll get things before everybody else, and some exclusive content, stuff that I'm working on, questions that I have to the community. And hopefully we can grow that community just a little bit. We're up to 10 or 12 people, I think. And so it's been nice to have the support of others as I make this transition off of each individual game and onto a single game company. So if you haven't subscribed, click on subscribe. If you haven't clicked that like button, just hit that like button, smash it, as the kids say. And that really helps Google to recognize this as good content, YouTube to see it as good content. So the algorithm likes thumbs up. So, and that goes for any video that you watch of any gamer who is putting content out. Man, just subscribe. Just click on the like button. It's really not it's not easy to grow things in such a niche hobby. And so anything you can do to help people who are trying to get their content out to more and more people is helpful. So whether you do that for me or not, I don't really care. But, do that for the guy who is just day in and day out posting stuff every week. They come with some good content that you like. If you like it, click the thumbs up. If you find yourself watching more than 2 or 3 times in a row, just click subscribe, because it will help them get more notability or notoriety, visibility. Ooh, that was a new word, notability. Notoriety, visibility in the YouTube sphere. And hopefully that gets it out in front of more people. And the more people who see this, the more opportunities there are for people to say, hey, that seems pretty interesting. I like numbers. I like sports. Or, I'm looking for something other than video games to occupy my time, or something to just sit down and do with grandkids or kids that isn't on a screen. So that's one of the beauties of all this paper sports. So just get that out there, click those things and help people out, spread the word. Just say, hey, I like this video, I'm going to share it, or this, I learned something here, this is what I learned, or check out this channel. The Lower Slower Board Gamer, he does a great job of highlighting small channels that only have, they have less than 50 subscribers, just to bring some attention and some notoriety to his audience. So every little thing that you can do like that to help people out is helpful. If nothing, just to give them more people to enjoy what they're doing, whatever replays they're doing, whatever games they're playing. You might learn something. And then there's always the interaction with those gamers. You might find a community who's playing the game that you like, or a game that you'd like to see and you just have questions about it. So reach out, use those people in the community who are already doing things, and find out more about them, learn about their presentations, watch their games, or listen to them as you're doing other work. All right, that's my spiel. This is over. 9-4 is our score. Tampa Bay wins over Texas. We will not have a repeat World Series. Texas and Arizona have both lost in their wild card games. We've yet to have a wild card series go 3 games. Both have been won 2-0. There's only one away team that won, and that was surprising Miami Marlins win over the Phillies. So they have advanced on to play the Braves, and that was a surprise. They're the only away team, the only visiting team that's lost, so they're the only underdog coming into the series that's lost. If you're a home team in this round, that means you had a better record. So they're the one surprise. Maybe they'll be the Arizona or the Texas of this series. Hopefully not, because they're playing the Braves, and hopefully the Braves wipe the floor with them, but I'm not sure. They had a couple of comeback wins, extra inning wins against Philadelphia, against their top two, Nola and Wheeler. So Braves, watch out. You know, they don't have a lot of lightning in their bats, but they have some, especially Soler. So hopefully Soler doesn't bite them in the rear end. He helped them to the 2021 World Series with the monster bombs, but hopefully he goes quiet in the next series. We'll see. So the next series up is going to be Minnesota and whoever they play. I can't remember who they're playing. So we'll see. We'll see who that is. I feel a little embarrassed not knowing who they're playing. But if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, I will see you next time. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you again next time.